Welcome to Stoked on Printing. Come on in. So welcome to our warehouse. We do have two warehouses. In this video, we're just going to be focusing on the screen print in finishing, and we do a little bit of heat press here, but we'll also do another tour of where we do our on-demand as well as our embroidery. So as we walk in, we have our receiving department. So this is the area where when we order our raw goods and as well as all of our supplies, we bring them in here, and then we are actually going to go through every single box, and we are going to confirm that what the vendor sent is actually what's inside the box. So we're looking for the style, the color, the quantity, and making sure there's no damages, because for as great as all of our suppliers are, they're going to miss things too. So they're going to miss maybe a hole or maybe a stain that either came from them, or it could have also happened during transit. So, and once we do check everything in, we're going to put them into our work in progress bins. So each one of these racks has an associated bin number that we are going to place that into. So when we have a order that we need to get done, we know exactly where to go, pull it out, and so that could get to press in the fastest amount of time as possible. So so after we check everything in, if it's larger orders, we will keep those on pallets. Again, smaller orders, which we do a lot of, will go back into the bins and await to be put onto carts. So the next area we'll talk about is the screen room. And my partner Shane and I have had a really big philosophy since we started that you really can't get a good print without a good screen. So that's something that when you're smaller, you're kind of strapped, because some of these machines cost a lot of money. So there's things you can do to still make a really good screen. But early on, we really wanted to invest heavily into the screen room so that on every level above that, we're starting with a really good foundation. So it does get a little loud in here, so I'll do my best to try to speak clearly. But so we have static frames. There are a couple different types of frames you can use. We use statics, and we get them re-stretched here locally, and have really good prints that come out of it. So this is where we reclaim, but we'll actually start in the next room where we develop. And here we have an auto coding unit. We have a computer screen unit that we put our negatives onto the screens with. And here we actually have a fully inline developing unit. So this is going to have an exposure unit inside of that chamber, and then here we have a washout unit. So the philosophy here is that we can have one person doing coding, imaging, and developing all in line. And a really big important part of that is maybe if he's only doing two of the three, it's very consistent, because we're relying on a machine and not necessarily a human, because humans have off days, but we try to automate it so that if you were to order an order today and then have another order in 6 months, it's going to be relatively the same, because we've controlled so many of the variables at the screen level. So here on this side of the darkroom, we're actually reclaiming screens. So all of these screens that we use, we recycle every single day. So earlier today, this print was on press. We take the tape off, and then this machine here will actually remove the ink and the emulsion. Anything that does get left over, we will take over to these washout booths, as well as we'll add a couple extra chemicals that make sure that when we coat the screen again, we're going to have, again, a really repeatable and good result. Cool. So after the screens, we're going to come out over here. And here we have the staging area where we're actually going to be pulling out all the product and marrying that with the screens, so that once it gets to press, we can have it all lined up so that it's ready to go. And moving along, this is where we have all of our screen printing machines. So we'll walk over here. And within the shop, we have a couple different sizes of machine. The one behind me is going to be our biggest press, so that's going to be a 16 color 20 station. That gives us a lot of flexibility when it comes to color counts. So we're able to do a large amount of colors as well as doing simulated process on this press to get really full color images, which is something we do every single day. More commonly, we do a lot of single color, a couple colors, up to 3 or 4. And a machine like this, which is an 8 color 10 station, does a really good job at. We could do sleeves, you know, pants, and all those different styles of things here as well. Welcome to the ink room. So very similar to the screen room, the ink room is equally as important when it comes to building a really good print. So something we invest heavily into is Pms Color Matching. So some other printers will try to box into standard colors like a red and a blue, where we have the feeling that if a color needs to be a specific color based off the design, it's better to just mix it. And also there's a really good chance based off the library we built up over the last couple of years that we already have it. So I'll show you real quick how we make the inks. So we'll start with a clear base, and then we'll add pigments based off the grams needed off of a mixing software. So once you've added in all of the pigments, we mix it up, and then it's ready to go out on press. Again, another huge aspect is investing into the right ink. So there's a lot of different types of brands out there, as well as, you know, going from water-based to plastisol. Something that our customer base really likes is plastisol, so we stick with that, as well as it works really well in our climate. We do water-based, but it's more so maybe 5 to 10% of the prints that we do put out. Coming upstairs, we have our finishing area where we also do heat pressing, as well as where we engrave and we cut all the leather patches. So we have a really good catalog of hem labels that we keep for customers, as well as hang tags and different style of patches. Over here, we have our sewing machines. We have 2 here, and then we have a couple over on the other side. Again, going back to the laser engraving, we actually do engrave and cut here on site. It gives us a lot of flexibility on what we're able to do, as well as the quantities we're able to do things with. We don't have to hit quite a bit of minimums that you will see with some suppliers. We could do 20, 40, doesn't really matter. Here's an example of a project we're doing right now. So you can see we're starting out with a white, and we actually are cutting all the way through. Over here, we have our folding and bagging machine, which is really great for any type of e-commerce when you're looking to store things as well as ship things individually. It just keeps the product safe from the elements. And again, we can also do folding, which is great for physical retail. So it will show up in the box already folded, so that you can just take it out and plop it right in. What we're doing over here is we're actually adding hang tags. So these are going to be for physical retail locations. So this is going to be ready to go right onto hangers and be placed onto the floor. And it's set up with all the barcode and UPC information for the point of sale system. So good stuff. It's good stuff. So the last part of the voyage on a product inside of our warehouse is it's either going to be picked up for will call, or we ship out nationwide with UPS and FedEx. And when I say nationwide, we actually ship worldwide. We just shipped a big shipment to Greece. So really, anywhere in the world we could ship to, whether that's a large order or just a very small individual order. All right, upstairs we have what we call the art boys. So this is our art team. So we have the masters of everything that comes out. So good art is a good print. That's what we say. Cool, just walking through, we have a little break room area, some snacks, some coffee.
I got you a spicy chicken sandwich if you want one.
Really?
No, I'm lying. I mean, yeah, do you want one?
No, I'm good. I mean, it's for you.
Well, you were on the phone. No, I got an extra in case you wanted one. I didn't.
Oh, I'll take it, yeah.
Oh.
Cool, thank you. Chicken sandwiches, just here at Stoked on Burning. wrapping up, got our showroom in here, as well as where we do all the Pms videos that we know you watch, and follow us on YouTube and like and subscribe. But yeah, no, we keep a lot of our prints that we really like, as well as the products we enjoy printing on. So we have something tactile to feel. We do have a lot more products that we print on and use, but I would say that rack right there probably makes up 90% of it. So cool. Well, thanks so much for watching, and we'll do a lot more of these videos, and stay tuned for the second part where we'll be going through our embroidery and print on demand warehouse.
Freaking cool, dude.